This happened several years ago, when I worked as a construction project manager for a company that serviced retail POS systems. The job was for everything from add/remove a register to installing all of the electronics in a newly constructed store. One year I took camping/off-road vacation in a remote area, and was supposed to meet some friends. They called me to inform me they were about 6 hours late. Since I knew some people at the local grocery store I had recently finished doing the IT remodeling for, I walked over to say hi. When I got there, I found that half of their front end was down. The manager asked if I could help, and since I was just killing time I told him yes if my boss approved the OT. Anyone who worked in the field was paid hourly. The OT was approved, and it quickly became apparent that the issue was that the cleaning contractor had dismantled registers, violating their contract, the night before to make it easier to clean. I fixed all but 2 lanes, and those had damaged power and data cables. I told the manager I could fix them with parts from the local True Value and Radio Shack if he would reimburse me. I also asked if I could park my truck in the vendor-only spot, since his parking lot was full and I would need some tools I carried in my truck. He agreed, so I got my truck, picked up the items I needed, and parked in the vendor spot. This is important. Both registers needed the cabinets dismantled in order to get to replace the damaged cables. I fixed the first lane, and got it operational. Then I moved to the second lane, which was right in front of the customer service desk. I made sure the closed sign was up, and had a 6-wheeled cart that was loaded with a special order placed to block the register. I was lying under the register belt in order to connect the new cables to the register base when someone kicked me. They kicked me again, so I lashed out with a steel-toed boot, and hit a Karen in the knee, dropping her screaming, briefly, as she was knocked out when she hit her head on the cart she had moved. What happened was she decided that my lane should be open, moved the cart, tossed the closed sign on the floor, and kicked me for ignoring her. What she failed to notice was that there was a local cop at the customer service desk asking if they wanted the lifted truck in the vendor spot ticketed. The manager was directing him to where I was to see if it was mine, and they both saw the woman kicking me. The cop called an ambulance for Karen, and then asked if I wanted to press charges. Which I did. The store also pressed charges, as she had been banned and was violating a no trespass order. She later pled guilty to the trespass and a misdemeanor assault charge after being informed that a police officer witnessed the attack and security camera recorded it. My employer's legal team informed me that I was being subpoenaed for a deposition, because she was suing both companies for compensation for my having broken her kneecap and giving her a concussion. A week later I was told this was cancelled, as the judge had dismissed the case with prejudice due to her having initiated the violence according to the police report.